Hey, welcome everybody. As we learn the pentatonic scale, the first step is obviously just learning the notes. And then learn them a little bit around the fretboard. But the second step is learning to say something with those notes. I will show you an exercise today that will help you with every part of your guitar playing. This exercise will really help you with your timing, your muting, and phrasing. I still work on this stuff every day myself, so grab your guitar and let's work on this stuff together. So we're all at different stages of our guitar journey. This exercise will meet you right where you're at. Work on the things that you want to work on. There's a lot of different rhythms and grooves you can use for this, but this pulse is what I chose for this video. You don't have to have a metronome for this. I'm going to use it just to create this pulse for this, about 90 beats per minute. But we're going to use the G minor pentatonic for these examples today, and I will break down these lick ideas shortly. So as the metronome's going there, just rest your palm of your hand on the bridge here slightly to create a little muting, and then mute all the strings with your left hand here. And just hit the quarter notes. Then hit the G. So within the G minor pentatonic, and we can use any scale, but I just chose this one for this example today. Hitting that root note here on the 3rd fret of the E string here. Then hitting the octave, 5th fret of the D string. Hammering on from 3 to 5 actually. Really focusing on the root notes so you can stay, connected and at home. But this pulse will allow you to practice on some other things that you need to, maybe just your alternate picking. Really good to keep that muting in place here. And this really locks you into some good timing, but also phrasing. You don't have to play every note in this scale to really say something. And you can slow this down, speed it up. It's just a great way to stay connected. If you're working on double stops, bending, vibrato, hammer-ons, pull-offs, this is a great way to do it. Because of that pulse, you can really get a roll going. And if this is too fast, obviously slow it down so you can get a good feel for that pulse as you're playing some of these phrases. And with that pulse going, you can just leave some space in between some of the things you're doing. But just within the G minor pentatonic scale, we can slide up to some double stops here. 7 on the G string, 6 on the B string here. Just a half step slide, really digging in with my middle finger and my ring finger here. Barring the G and B strings on the 5th fret, and then barring them on the 3rd fret also. Slight bend, back to the root note. You can really dig in with those fingers. You can definitely do this with your pick. And if you're working on your bending, get that bend up to pitch. Usually here you're bending up a whole tone, trying to reach this G note here. Just make sure you're getting up to pitch there. And that is a good way to do it. Once you get it up there, you can go back and forth. So right here on the 3rd fret of the B string, and then hammering on and pulling back off from 6. And then hitting 5, 3, back to the root note. And you can easily slide through some of the positions. Endless ideas with this type of exercise. You can just grab your electric, acoustic, get that little groove going, and there's all kinds of different ways you can do this, but create just a simple groove and practice the things that you're working on. But the biggest part of this is the timing and the muting. Have control over these strings so you don't have extra strings ringing. All of our guitar heroes have that in common. They are great at controlling these strings. Hey, thanks a lot for hanging out with me today. Let's talk soon.